Coming to you from Australia, it's Idiot Box Radio. Please welcome the hardest working Type 2 diabetic in podcasting. It's Idiot Box Radio with your host, Tori.
Hey there guys, welcome to the show. Thank you so very much for joining me. My name's Tori. The show's Idiot Box Radio. You can find the website at idiotboxradio.com. I'm not sure if you know this, but you can become a patron of the show for as little as 40 cents a week, and that will give you behind the scenes access to the show, ideas that I've had, pictures, audio books, and so much more. So make sure you do get behind that one. Today is going to be a book review. Nice, short, and sharp, and it's one that I really do want you to read. I'm glancing down because I've got it. I'll also put the cover behind me. The version that I've got is being published by Penguin under their Penguin Classics imprint, or Modern Classics imprint, I should say. And this is the absolutely hauntingly beautiful Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. Now, I'll put that behind me that I can put the book down. They'll hold it up every now and then. For many of you, you'll be thinking of the Netflix show, The Haunting of Hill House. Well, I'm here to tell you right now that that show is only loosely based on this book. So if you're thinking that you're going to be reading an adaptation, think again. They both exist in their own right, and you don't have to have read or watched one to really appreciate the other. For me, it was I watched the show, the series, and then I've read the book. The funny thing is, though, they are so different. I'm reading, it's two different experiences, and this is not a spoiler at all for the book. Just to let you know, like The Haunting of Hill House, the show, it's got the family that move in. There's no family in the book. They don't exist. Luke, one of the twins, but Luke owns the house in the book. The housekeepers are there, they're there, but the kid isn't. If you know the twist, I don't want to wreck it for people. Theodora, who is the sensitive, who touches things, she's in it, but she's not. You know what I mean? She doesn't have those powers. Luke's in it. There's a doctor that's trying to assess the viability of ghosts and the paranormal. There's Eleanor, who is another sort of sensitive soul who can see and feel things but doesn't have a known skill set, so to speak. They're invited to spend a week at Hill House by the doctor and to make notations of any phenomenon that they experience. The book is an absolute whimsical read. It's beautifully written. Shirley Jackson is just amazing. She passed away a very long time ago. The language in the books, it's not old or dated at all. It feels a bit quaint at times, but it is just so beautifully written. I can't recommend this book enough. Like, please take up reading so as you can read this. It did not take long to read. Like, there's just a tad over 200 pages. Shirley Jackson wrote a whole heap of horror classics, modern classics, as they're known, and Penguin do publish them all, at least within Australia. Maybe there's licenses in other parts of the world where it's a different publishing company. But for you Aussies, that's where you'll get it. Penguin have got them. And The Haunting of Hill House, even the description of Hill House, this is a story of whether the hauntings are in the mind or whether they're really happening, or whether someone is causing them. It leaves you guessing right up until the very end. And whilst it isn't like, think of hauntings and horror, it's hard to delineate the two, but think of hauntings and horror, and this is a haunting. It is scary, but it isn't like what you'd imagine from a modern day horror with blood, guts, jump scares and the like. There are little jump scares which are harder to convey with the written word, but there are still moments in here where you worry about the safety of everyone involved, and also just, are they going to make it out of here alive? Is Hill House going to take them all? She keeps you guessing. Shirley Jackson keeps you guessing right up until the end, but the dynamics between them, and especially the mindset of Eleanor, it's more from Eleanor's mindset than anyone. They are written, like Eleanor said, Theodora said, Luke said, the doctor said. But you get to hear Eleanor's thoughts a lot more than the others. So it's from her perspective for the most part, and basically it's just a beautiful haunting tale, and Shirley Jackson just is an absolute master of this craft. I mean, don't know if he was paid to write it, but Stephen King wrote as nearly perfect a haunted house tales I've ever read. Neil Gaiman wrote an amazing writer, and she's utterly amazing. These books are not expensive, but the story that it will give you is absolutely priceless. So make sure you do check it out. The Haunting of Hill House. And there's plenty more of this where this came from. I'm going to be tearing through these books. I can't stop reading them. I went out and bought all of her books after reading this one, because one, they're not long, so they're a good rip-in scary yarn, but it's nearly a perfect book. So make sure you do get it. This is The Haunting of Hill House by the amazing, wonderful, deceased Shirley Jackson. I hope that you enjoy that, guys. I do so many different things that it's hard to pin me down. I really should have a niche, but I review things. I try to share as much of my life and my experiences as I possibly can with you guys, so as you've got things to try that you may not have thought of before. But in any case, till next time, I love you heaps. Thank you for putting up with me, and I'll see you on the next video, okay? Take care. Bye.